Hey everybody, I think I saw David on there. Greetings. Oh yeah, there we go. Coming on in. Hey, welcome aboard everybody. Hey, I'm Christopher Dahl. Welcome to our Friday live stream, lo-fi style from the Bounder. We are coming to you straight from my iPhone. I'm testing out some stuff. So anyway, welcome aboard this evening. I can't see who's chatting right now. So I'm going to give you a blanket hello until I get my laptop loaded up. And I'll tell you, this whole thing is going to be run on the, well, we're running off of battery power is what we're doing. And not even the full battery, not even the full batteries of this mighty Bounder, this mighty 2003 Fleetwood Bounder. Yes, I'm testing how to run a lo-fi live stream off of specifically the Bounder, so that hey, I will finally be able to break the gap and do some live streams from the road. So that's the cool thing. The really fun part is, let me just turn the old music up here a little bit. Da, 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 da. All right, I'm just going to turn that off there so save some power. So everything is run tonight off of the battery packs in the Bounder, which is a 12-volt system. It's like your car. So if you wanted to run like a laptop, basically, unless you've got like a proper inverter for it, which technically we do in the motorhome, but it only operates when I have the generator running, and I'm not running the generator. I want to see, can I pull off a live stream just off the battery? So that's why we're doing this. Anyway, so everything up here, all the lights, the music, everything is all either rechargeable or it has been charging all day. The batteries to the Bounder have been recharging from the solar panels on top, so this is a very green live stream, right? That's as green as I could get it. And it's kind of cool, right? We installed the batteries and the solar panels before the move. And we've used them a little bit, just not as much as we wanted. So there's events that could be coming up for this. But anyhow, welcome tonight. As you can see, we moved some stuff in here. Let me go ahead and fire up my laptop, by the way, has almost a full charge. And if I turn off basically everything, if I turn it into barely a laptop, right? It is no longer a laptop. It will at least get me the ability to see what's going on in chat. Anyhow, I hope everyone's having a great week. It has some of the old music that I used to use, so that's what's in the background for you here. Smooth Federation, if you will. Now I'm going to forget the name of the group. I'm going to at least credit them. The Andrew Allen Orchestra, Smooth Federation. It's awesome. As always, let me know if the music is overwhelming what's going on here. Let me pull it up. Here we go. We are going for it. We are going to pull up the chat and see who's actually I don't want that one. I want the other one. Hang tight here. Channel content. The nice thing is if I turn off like basically everything on this, this laptop might go a good 2-3 hours. It might actually go beyond what we're gonna have. To continue, we need to confirm it's really you. Oh, I just did this the last time. This is so annoying. But if I do this, I'm going to have to stop the stream. Hey, Wes, how you doing? Good to see ya. Hey, everybody. Jean-Marc, hello. How you doing? Oh, and Rhonda's here. Hey, good to see ya. Hello. How's it going? Anyhow, hey, wonderful. Great to have you on board here. Thank you so much. Geez. All right, now it's forcing me to do a stupid, go in and Kyle, I did it. This is really annoying. It's challenging me. It doesn't believe that it's here. Open the YouTube app on my iPhone. Hang on a second, folks. All right, I'm just going to leave this here for you here. Hey, hello. It wouldn't be my live stream if it wasn't for technical details, would it? Okay, cool. There we go. Yes, it's me. Yes, it's me. Hit the proper, there we go. Okay, cool. Hey, I might bring this in just a little closer too, by the way. There we go. It's weird. I can't see what's happening. It's kind of annoying, but that's okay. Yay! All right, we're in. Awesome. Hey, we're back, everybody. Okay, that's really cool. Yeah. All right, let me turn my my monitor brightness down. Right, if I turn that like way down, let me see what it's giving me for my time here. I've got 53 minutes energy saver on. Oh, that's freaking hilarious. What else can I turn off? Jeez, I don't want to turn off the wireless. That would be bad, right? Oh my God. Anyway. Hey everybody, so I have 53 minutes to see your chat. Klingons in the overhead console, yes, I brought them up here. So I have the, we have the lovely Polar Lights Klingon battle cruiser, just for good measure. This one was, I remember Thomas Sasser was working on this, and he told me in confidence that the little head thing up here was a little too big for the rest of it, and that was his only major mistake, but that's cool. Klingons in the overhead, hey, it was a lot of fun. But hey, listen, I want to get some painting in. So yeah, let's just kind of see how this goes. Okay, I wonder what else I can turn off to like really extend this. Let's just see. Well, it's energy saver. All right, that's cool. Let's see if there's anything else I could do to like really extend the life. I want like estimated time, best power efficiency. Okay, energy saver on. All right, there we go. Battery usage. There we are. Last 24 hours. Well, if I lose chat, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I'll pull the phone over, but then it's like, so I can only use. There's a bug with these cameras. If I have it the other way, it won't. I won't be able to see it. But anyhow, let's go ahead and just let's ignore that. Run an extension cord. I know, right? Run an extension cord. Possible. That might actually happen. Yes. What else can I turn off here? So I got this off, this off, this off. There's got to be a bunch of other stuff I can turn off on this thing. I'm not gonna worry about it. Anyway, what are we gonna do tonight? So I have one of our round boards. It's a 16-inch round, and I also have like all of our stuff. So I'm just gonna go ahead and paint. Yeah. So here's what's gonna happen. When the laptop runs out and I can't see chat anymore, I'm basically gonna go ahead and just I'm just gonna go ahead and flip the phone and reposition the camera. But hey, yeah. Welcome to the Bounder. Welcome to my new living room. And as you can see, I've got the front windows open. When it gets dark, you'll be able to kind of see maybe the effect I was talking about. It was kind of fun over there before. But yeah, thank you everybody. So Rhonda's here, Wes is here, Jean-Marc, David Irons, greetings. So if I could pull this off, I'll be able to live stream from the Astro Blast celebration event coming up here pretty soon. So that's pretty cool. I was a little bit bugged that I've got big enough batteries to power a laptop like this. I'm a little annoyed that there isn't a 12-volt solution. But the reality is these things run higher than 12 volts, so that's okay. Anyhow, very cool. Got some water handy. So tonight we're going to be painting in some acrylics. And it's kind of fun. I'm going to reposition the camera a little bit. Bear with me. Welcome again to the Bounder. Back here again tonight. We're just gonna pull this on up. We're gonna get close, right? Maybe I'll even pull the pull the painting in a little bit closer too. There we go. Okay. In fact, what do I do? Let's see. We're gonna have this here. This is our lovely paint palette thing, and then we'll pull this in. I mean, some of this too is I haven't really set this up, so we're just gonna hang out while I pull shit around, and we'll get everything visible, and you can tell me, hey, yes, good, good or not good, good or better or gooder. There we go. So yeah. Hey, look, I can actually with the angle in the camera, I can actually maybe even get everything in view here. That's actually kind of cool. Very good. Okay, what else can I do? If I pull back this way and then this. Thank you all for helping me pose in the Bounder for the live stream. Build a custom power bank that uses 56-volt Ego batteries to power. Oh yeah, there you go. Always a solution. That's what I'm gonna need to do actually, Wes, is get a couple of power. Oh yeah, obviously for the telescopes I'm gonna need to do that, right? But I just locked the thing. but in general, I think if I'm going to do this, I'm probably going to be at sites where power is going to be an issue, other than like what I can bring in my capabilities here, right? So I think the solar panels on this seem to do well, but the problem is the last couple of days we had we solar panel not working so great in the not working so great in the rain. Yeah, no, we had some rain, so that was all fine. It was no big deal, but yeah, it's funny watching the meters go. Yeah, up and down. Yeah, scary. Okay, so what else do I want here? I think I want this where I actually could see it. That would be like really cool. All right, there we go. Old iPad. The sad thing is I can't even pull chat up on this because this iPad is so old it won't run the latest version of YouTube. So yeah, it won't even update to the latest version. Hey, Edward's here. Edward Bartlett, how you doing tonight? Good evening. Welcome aboard. Hey, everybody. It's going to be kind of a crazy night here. I do have my colored lights sort of going, so it may be a little funky, but I kind of dig them. I kind of dig the light effects, right? So, yeah. And actually, it's pleasant enough outside right now. We're sitting in here is actually pretty cool. So yes, we're coming to you live from the Bounderstar Galactica. But yeah, I've pulled everything in here from the Basement Art Studio. So I have all of my brushes. I pulled up my cart here. So this is gonna go with me on the road. Painting on the road, exactly. We're getting ready because we're gonna have a captive audience. But I completely forgot. I've got a whole bit in here. So I also have a couple of these nice, what were these? These were like 5x7s, I think. No, these are 6x9s. Yeah, 6x9 boards for casein. I've got my casein paints out here. Now, the cool thing is this easel kind of turns into a drawing table. So we've kind of got the ability to do that. When I fire everything up with the full power, I'll bring the cameras in and we'll have a good time. But I love the idea that I could just fire this up with my phone. So thanks for joining me. Hey, Tasty Whale says, big fat anchor on other batteries can run a lot. Wait, big fat anchor? Oh yeah, yeah. The other batteries can run a lot, but those cost a lot of money. The batteries I have in here are no slouch. I got to tell you, I forget what they are. I mean, they're basically the equivalent of 4 of the standard deep cycle batteries they would put in a motorhome. It was crazy. Yeah, the power bank you built cost about $1,000 to build. Yeah, I don't doubt that. It's pretty funny. We've been running the internet for our house off of just the solar power for 3 weeks now, which is kind of cool. If you think about it, it's kind of actually fun. Wes, I have no trouble running my telescope rig off of the power in here. It's just this. This is the laptop is the one thing that's kind of, oh my god, I wish. Yes. So and then obviously if I had a newer iPad, that would actually work out better because I can recharge an iPad off of all the 12-volt systems. So maybe that's the way to go, right? Get another device that I can at least hook to the system. Oh gosh, I have my old iPhone 6. Oh, that probably won't update for it either. I don't know. But anyway, thanks for hanging out with me tonight as I work through all of this. It's sort of like like you said, taking the show on the road and figuring it out. But what are we going to do tonight? What are we going to paint tonight? I love the idea. Well, I love what we did with the last one, right? So here's the pillars of creation, right? That I did live. This one was in oils, right? And I'm gonna do this one in acrylics tonight, but I might come back later with oils. We'll see. Yeah, you can run it through YouTube through Safari rather than the app. Hey, that's a good thought. Hang tight. Hold on here. Shit. All right. Here, hang on. Da, 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 da. Thank you. Give me a second here. This would be fun if I could pull this off. God, I didn't even think of why didn't I even think about that? Okay. First off, uninstall. Yeah. At least if I could view the stuff, that would be great. Okay. We'll just go ahead and power this thing up. Do 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 do. Don't want the app. Try searching to get started. Yeah. Okay, cool. Yeah. It's such an old iPad. Bear with me, everybody. All right. Yeah, we'll go ahead and do that. Space art, but it's really sad because I hate it when devices like this stop being so stop getting updated. It's really annoying. So yeah. Came in for the clutch, Wes. Thank you very much. Let me just turn on the old. Where is my? Yeah, where is? Let's see. There we go. Look at that. Oh, see, it's gonna power this through. Hold on. See what's going on. Hold on a second. It's thinking about it. But now I have to turn off my music, I think. I don't know. We'll see. Oh, it didn't like that at all. Okay, so where are my where's my 8 watching now. Hold on a second. There we go. It's thinking about it. But now I have to turn off my music, I think. I don't know. Uh-oh. Oh, it didn't like that at all. Okay, so oh, you know what, Wes? It doesn't want to let me, it doesn't want to show me it shows me the video, but it doesn't at all want to show me yeah, there we go. Let me get out of this. Play. Yeah, it didn't. It shows the video, doesn't show the live chat. Yeah, chat's missing. There you go. So that's okay. We'll make it. We're gonna go with it, folks. Whoop. Man, this thing is like weirdly not responsive. How about a little Trifid Nebula tonight, everybody? I know, right? Exactly. That's okay. We'll get on it. So probably hard to see. I'm gonna try a little rendition of the Trifid Nebula. We'll get a little further into this tonight than I'm sure than we'll expect. But yeah, let's see. Oh, okay. So Microsoft battery life is showing up here. That's too scary. I do that so I could use an ad blocker on my phone. Oh, that's funny. I love that. Okay, so should I bring the camera in closer? Yeah, I don't know. Well, I'm just gonna go for this right now. Okay, here we are. So tonight we're going to focus on the Trifid Nebula. Let me get some paint out. Yay, there we go. Ah! Actually, I haven't pulled any of this out in a little bit. Yay! Hello. Okay, yeah, we're going to want a little bit of burnt umber. We're definitely going to want that. We're going to want, let's see. I don't think I want phthalo. I do want the other blue. I haven't prepared, everyone. Can you tell? Yes. Turn that down a little bit. Let's see. We don't really want the green. I want my ultramarine blue. There we go. I want a little. Yeah, probably want a little titanium white and a little yellow oxide. Trying to think what else I'm gonna need in there. I've got various shades of. I am actually gonna need a thing though. Yeah. Ooh, cerulean. Let's do cerulean instead. Painting. Never thought you'd see it, right? Oh my gosh. I'm just thinking for a second because I want like a background that is yeah, I've got all three. That's cool. All right. Oh my gosh. So in unpacking, repacking and unpacking. Oh, ad blockers, I think is what he's referring to. Yes. I found a whole pile of my older tools that I used to use way back. I had a box that was missing all of that stuff, so that's kind of cool. All right. Anyway, and my paint brushes. I'm gonna go with one of our old classics. Did I get it? Did I get it fixed? I think I did. Yeah, one of these paintbrushes I rescued. Oh, it's got to be that one. Yeah, there we go. One of these paintbrushes I rescued. I'm very proud of it. I'm very happy to have this on here. All right, so I'm going to mix up a chromatic kind of gray black because I want to sort of outline everything and leave in some of the stuff. So I'm going to take, what am I going to take here? I'm going to put some of these down. I want burnt umber, titanium. Oh, I did want the phthalo for this. Yep. Yeah, this is about how I attack things too when I'm working on stuff. It's a little bit chaotic. I don't want the yellow. I want burnt umber. So we have phthalo blue, which I like for this. It's a little darker. Quinacridone magenta, and then burnt umber, which is kind of a yellow green, if you will. So when you mix these together, you get sort of a neutral black gray. You said boo. That could have been it. It's been a while since I've broken out the paints here, folks. I realized that, and we're gonna have fun. It'll be a good time. It's almost October, so I know, right? Jeez, this year's been weird. It's gonna end on a good note, but yeah, it's been a weird year. I don't know how else to describe it, but yeah, I like where it's turning out. Like some things are popping up that are pretty cool. So in that, I am pretty happy. Yes, indeed. All right, so yeah, I'm gonna get this together. Boom. Can't believe it. We're gonna be before we know it. I'll be on the. Hopefully I'll be outdoors for Astro Blast, and then I'll be back, and it'll be in time for the Halloween live stream. Oh, and little programming note, everybody. I am gonna probably solidify my weekly live stream this next week. I like this Friday time slot, and so I'm gonna proceed with this for our Fridays. Yay! And because this is so exceedingly easy to fire up, I'm going to be adding a couple of extras. So those of you that are on Patreon, we're going to get some Patreon Ask Me Anything kind of things and views from the. Some will be the studio, some will be the studio. Not all of it though. That's okay. We're good. All right, but yeah. So stick around. And thank you for joining. I appreciate you all being here. This has been fun. I'll say I'm loving the weather we have today. Mid-60s under a marine layer. Oh my, that's pretty awesome. We finally had a little break in the rain. I got really spoiled. 2 weeks, of clear skies in the backyard and no moon. It was like having a planetarium. I can't remember the last time I've had a stretch of nearly 2 weeks like that, where yeah, it was like no moon every night. It was like sitting in a planetarium. It was really cool. So yeah, that's not fair. I want cooler weather. Ours is turning out pretty cool too. We're getting there. All right, so I kind of feel like this is like the nebula they would always show on Star Trek, right? So or any of the shows from the 1960s. So I'm gonna put the pink one kind of in here, and that kind of spreads out and does sort of a little thing here. I'm gonna try to plan it so that it looks. I want this to look like a scene as if you were looking through a telescope, right? So I'll get a couple of these. I'm just going to get some marks in for the dust clouds because these are pretty, and I'm just using a palette knife here, everyone. So just kind of trying to draw in what I'm doing here. We'll end up with some, yeah, there's a little bits down there. And then there's a bit around the bottom out here. There we go. And then there's a little bit in between the pink one. There's little bits here between the pink one. See, this is cool because it kind of looks like the Trifid Nebula looks like there's two flowers, right? It looks like the pink one, and depending on the photos. Hey, Wes, have you ever done the? Have you ever photographed the Trifid Nebula? I can't recall. I know I sort of cyber stalked your bin, your Astro bin a while back, but I can't recall if you did this one or not. It's actually pretty popular. It's a nice North American target, meaning most of us watching here, except unless you're in New Zealand. Sorry, David. No. I haven't forgotten. I'm too European for Fahrenheit. Celsius. Yeah, right. Oh my gosh. Okay, cool. So, and then there's sort of like the blue region up over here. It's kind of cool. There's like these two offsetting bits, and then the outside is kind of a mix of stuff. Okay. We're all too European for Fahrenheit, actually. I'm actually really annoyed because in the 70s, 1970s, there was definitely a big push to go metric across the board in the U.S., which would have made sense, but then morons took over. So yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. That's our history lesson today. And that's, by the way, the closest we are going to get to politics on this live stream, because that would really kind of suck, wouldn't it? Oh, boy. Yeah. All right, so I'm kind of just going to hopefully trace out the edges of this. It mostly goes to space on the edge, but here we go. This side... The board that I'm painting on is basically just it's basically inexpensive, like an inexpensive plywood that had a veneer, so it's got a really nice smooth surface. I sanded it down and gessoed it, which basically preps it like a canvas. It is pretty smooth, but as you can see, it does kind of pick up some of the action of my palette knife. And I love this because I've forgotten this palette knife has been kind of missing for a while, I guess you could say. So I'm feeling like I'm playing with a friend again here. I haven't seen in a long time. My friend the palette knife is. It's just funny. You get used to your favorite tools. Not that this one's any particular special, but I did like the handle on it. So yeah. Okay. So now I got to remember that I'm not, the last painting I worked on, last 3 paintings I worked on actually are pretty heavy in oils. So this is, I got to remember that I'm now in acrylic land here, everybody. So this is all paint that's going to die on me within minutes if I'm not careful. Awesome. Okay. Sorry about that. I've got kind of a long bristly brush here that I think I'm going to go ahead and use. And my water, got my little water cup here, so we're going to just grab this and do our thing. All right, I'm going to grab some more of this. This one's a little bristly, but I don't mind. I just kind of want to get regions of dark. This is like happy accident territory is what we're working on here, folks. I'm just going to bring my water right on it, if that's okay with all of you. I don't want to lift it anywhere. Thank you. All right, cool. Yeah, there we go. I'm going to kind of let some of these marks show through. I kind of want to get a... I did once shoot the Trifid Net and Lagoon once. I don't know if I ever published it. Cool. I'm thinking my primary my targets this year when I practice with my meager equipment that I do have. I'm going to start with the basics: Pleiades, Orion, Horsehead Nebula, that sort of thing. Mainly because I got a great view of them outside of my studio, so it would make more sense to try to go for that. And then I would like to do the Trifid Nebula. It's a little low though, right? It's not. This one's a little low on the horizon, if I'm not mistaken. I may have trees in the way, unless I go to one of these really cool events. Yeah. So I want to be able to have the blue one entirely around. You know, I might have to pull this in a little bit. I don't mind a little bit of blue when I get it on here, but this edge is gonna need to go. I might shrink this a little bit. This comes in here. Yeah, we'll have some fun with this. Awesome. There we go. We have a whole bunch of rags here too. So as you can see, now that we have now that the night is drawing down all around us, it's looking very, you know, you kind of got the cockpit thing going, we got blinkies and all that other good stuff. So feeling very spaceship. Yes. Let me see if I can't pull this in a little closer. All right, I'm just gonna wait for this to go, and then we'll. Yeah, I see what I'm doing here. I might go for more of a close-up for a bit and see if I can pull this on in. What do you think, huh? Oh, yeah. Bump, bump, bump. The problem with it is that it's low in the south and right in the soup of the LA light dome. Oh, that's annoying. Yeah, I could totally see how that would be really, really upsetting. And I've never lived in a place that I've had a good angle of it either, but yeah. Okay. I'm going to pull it in a little closer. There we go. All right. Suddenly that got bright. That's pretty hilarious. Okay. Hey, everybody. Welcome to Closer. But check the link. It actually didn't come out terrible. Okay, cool. Oh, did you post the link? Oh, cool. Awesome. Yeah, I will check that out. Thank you. Appreciate that. So this does have kind of a weird purple tint to it, and that's by design. I didn't want this to be, it's a little heavily weighted to the blues, and that's perfectly fine. Let me see if I can get in. Oh, no, the dude. Didn't like that. Okay, cool. I got a little cerulean blue, a little bit of white here. Muddying it on up with my stuff. It's a wide field, so it's not close in on the Trifid. Ah, gotcha. Yeah. I'm adding just a little bit of blue and white to this field over here. Cerulean blue in particular, since it does kind of, every time I've seen this thing, it kind of has a nice sky blue effect to it. I did actually, with my Dobsonian that I used to have, I did actually see the Trifid Nebula once, but I didn't actually you know, didn't photograph it. In fact, I didn't see it for long either, because it was so low to the horizon that dew was starting to occur. This was in Goldendale, Washington, actually. I live in Edward Bartlett says, I live in a light pollution protected zone, so on a good night I get a great view of the night sky, Milky Way at all. That's fantastic. You know, that is truly becoming a treasure, right? So enjoy it. Our skies, we were talking about this last couple of weeks, especially the week that we had my crazy telescope night. Thank you, everyone. I appreciate all your patience on these wacky evenings, because it's kind of fun. Yeah. But that's very cool. Yeah, I didn't realize the skies were so nice here until we got here. I mean, I think I kind of saw, but I didn't really look that closely, right? I wasn't paying that close attention to it. So, yeah. But it is a, what do they say? What do they call that? Happy accidents, people. Happy accidents. Fudge. And just because I'm feeling it, I want a little bit of my phthalo in here too, just to throw this on in here. You know, I look at I do reference what's going on with the Trifid Nebula with my reference material, but what I typically just sort of do is get a sense for like where the colors are and where I'm going to put them, and then I will go ahead and work within my palette just to kind of see. Yeah, I smudge it with my eyes as I paint, that sort of thing, just to kind of see if I'm getting the colors and the feel right. I'm leaving this area here pretty bright, just because I know that there's going to be a bright spot right here, and I don't really want to fill it in that much. So yeah, awesome. Oh, sorry, Wales. Yes, yes. I remember that too, actually. Yes. Hey, we'll get there, everyone. We'll get there. Anyhow, thank you all again for joining this nice evening. Let's see. Weirdly enough, I don't know if you're getting glares. I'm kind of getting glares. So yeah, we're working through it. We're working through the issues. Working through the issues. It's all good. Okay, cool. Now let me grab some of this. Not my favorite track from this, but that's all right. It's the only thing I have, I think, that I won't get in trouble for playing, by the way. So I'm just gonna run it until we're sick of it. But I really liked, so when we did the Pillars of Creation, the one that I pulled up earlier, and I say we because we did do this earlier in the year on my live stream. What I enjoyed about it was kind of that layering approach, and I did it entirely in oils. But this one I may work up first with the acrylic here, and then maybe I'll come in and nicen things up with the oils. I've actually enjoyed that as a process, and I know it's pretty commonly worked up that way. All right, let me see here. All right, there we go. Okay, so I think what I'm going to do now is, what am I going to do now? You must choose. I'm going to clean up some of the palette here and get some of the magenta in next, because that would be really cool. Hey, thank you everyone for joining. It is a Friday evening here in the Mobile Space Art by Christopher Doll Studios. We're coming to you live from Amazing Bounder, the lifeboat, right? Our saving grace. It is come in clutch for us a few times, and this week is no exception. But yeah, we're what are we doing? I have no idea what to do. I'm making shit up as I go along. How are you guys doing? How's everyone's week other than weather? I'm just making a little cleanup here. Clean up an oil 6. You know, I'd really like. I'm gonna take a second and see if I can find a paint here. I mean, I like quinacridone magenta just fine, but I don't think. I'm gonna see if I have an alizarin crimson in my acrylic line here. So bear with me for just a sec, folks. I'm just gonna get water too. What are we going at here? Oh, 7:30. Yeah. Does everyone like my clocks up there too? Let me see if I can pull this off. I'm just gonna keep messing with it. I'll bet that is close. There we are. Yeah, I'll leave it on the Klingon battle cruisers up there while I figure this out. It's so silly, isn't it, Edward? Actually, this area used to have like one of those old TV sets, right? Like from the 80s and 90s, a big gigantic box. And once we pulled it out, it actually looks terrible back there. It's pretty funny. Ooh, burnt sienna. Yeah, I can work with that. So yeah, it's I've got some black material in there, and I'm kind of thinking, oh yeah, and also don't look at the permanent stains on the ceiling from a couple of leaks that we got repaired. That's just, oh my god, too many things to do. Okay, medium magenta. I can work with medium magenta. Oh, there's a little purple in there too. It's so cute. It's so pretty. Okay, yeah, I've got this, and I don't think I have an alizarin. I really. I think here. Klingon battlecruiser, way better. I agree. Okay, let me check my other box here. Hang tight. I don't have a lot of control over the zooming part, so that's kind of the thing. Anyway, let me pull it on back down here to the old painting there. There we go. While I'm still looking. Whoop. All right. There we go. Slide that on in there. And then move it back. There we go. It's funny. I'm pretty certain this tube of paint was purchased at Kendall College of Art and Design back in around 1994. So if I really don't, deep violet, oh, you know what, deep violet, I'm going to work with deep, yeah, we can use a deep violet. Okay, easy enough. Magenta to, let's see, CMY, so we just need a hooker screen. So that's all I need. I've got a hooker screen. Okay, cool. I'm in. I know what I needed to do. Mr. Dollar, you just need to use your brain and the basics of light and color in paint. Yes, exactly. Very much. All right. I found what I needed. I found a touch of green. I've got a little bit of deep violet that's going to work really great with a quinacridone magenta and my medium magenta to render this. And then we got a little burnt sienna just to play on the side. It's going to be really fantastic. All right. Bum, ba, 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 ba. I think I'm gonna do another thing before I get rolling here on this next stage. I am gonna, well, see, the camera movement is kind of fun. I have a lot of options here. If I do that, there we go. Okay, now I must, let's see, music. We're gonna start it right from the top. Don't mind me, people. Okay. Let me just get this thing on here so you can kind of see what we're doing there. There we go. Andrew, 81 Designs. Hello. How you doing tonight? Greetings. Hello, we're coming to you lo-fi from the inside of my Bounder. I'm just getting some more paint. I just thought I'd pull the camera in a little closer since I'm getting some detail in. It might make it a little easier to see. But welcome aboard, everybody. Welcome aboard. All right, I'm going to line some paints up here. Let's see. I actually could. Oh, sorry. I'm just going to keep bopping my phone around. Yeah. Stop bopping your damn phone. All right, we're going to do some medium magenta, or some quinacridone magenta right here. This one's going to be pretty dark. Yeah, I needed to get back into some painting. I think I was boring people with my ridiculous behavior outdoors in the telescope. Oh, yeah, there's my fire extinguisher. There's my fire extinguisher. I get a little deep violet in there. There we go. And a little bit of burnt sienna. Make sure I've got this one over here. There we go. That's actually going to come in handy. Now I have a lighter version of the medium magenta. I'm going to use it because that's just the way I am. So I'm going to put that probably over here. There we go. And then I think I need some more. Yeah, so the green's going to come in clutch as well. So but I want this kind of up here. So out of my way. Oh, too much. Shit. Oh, good. Then a little bit more white. I got to tell you, I'm running out of some of these paints. I'm running out of some paint. Okay. I think I'm going to switch brushes for this next step, though. Because that's just... Otherwise, it's just asking for trouble, you know? You know what I mean? I'm going to be changing colors pretty big way here, folks. It's going to be... It's going to be coming in hot. All right. I'm going to pull this back up, and we'll go right in. We'll go right in on the thing, right? There we go. That will do that. That's what I'm sure. It's not as good as having OBS. I will tell you that right now. Okay. All right, I'm getting there. I'm just getting some water on my brush. I need another towel-y thing. There we go. All right. So let's just see. What do we want to do here? We would like a little bit of my white. I'm going to try rotating it down just a bit more one more time. There we go. And a little bit of this. I did a little touch of the green just to add into this. So there we go. Yeah, I'm really approaching this pretty light right now. Didn't get enough. Go figure. All right, let's just bring this back up there. I'm just guessing. I have to work fast. Otherwise I lose. Whoop. There we go. All right, there we go. It'd be nice if I could get through and actually just finish this one in a single go, though. So I think that's kind of where I'm feeling. You know what I mean? Kind of feeling that. Feeling that way. Sounds very atmospheric, thank you. Yeah, all very cool. Sitting outside in the dark, enjoying the atmosphere vibe of the stream. Very cool. Very nice. Thank you. Thank you all for joining. I really appreciate it. We live in wild times, and you know, nice to be able to occasionally hang loose. What was that one again? This was the that was the deep purple. That was the deep purple. All right, so I'm gonna get a little bit in with some deep purple here. Deep purple and the raw sienna, and a little touch of this. I'm gonna get some of these darker zones in here. By the way, I do not recommend painting in the light situation I have right now, because it's kind of crazy with a bunch of dancing LED bulbs. Like, you know, your average art teacher would just be like shaking their head, going, "Ah, oh, Jesus, these people, these kids, what the hell?" There we go. And I'm just kind of trying to blend from the outside, a little bit darker, keep the inside pretty hot, right? As you can see, it's kind of getting a little bit of that gradient action going in on here a little bit. Kind of seeing that. Yeah, there we go. We're getting there. Yay. Wes says, finally working again, temporarily. Congratulations, Wes. That is so cool. We knew you could do it. I know. It's tough out there. Congratulations. All right. All right, so I'm going to reserve this brush for my magentas, and then I'm going to come in with another brush. Let's see how this goes here. I'm adding a little bit more of my medium magenta here just to round this out a little bit. There we go. All right, little variation on in there. That's pretty cool. That's fun. I haven't done this. Like I said, I haven't really done this this nebula in a while, and I don't feel like I've ever really done it justice. So I'm pretty excited. Yes. Anyhow, let's see. For those of you that are just joining, I will be going to a local astronomy event. They're calling it Astroblast, locally to my area here, in about the middle of October. So the reason I'm firing up the Bounder here is that I'll be taking the motorhome and the telescope and bringing a bunch of my space art. So it's gonna be a fun time. I'm just gonna kind of set it all up, and guess I'm kind of calling it the Bounderstar Galactica. So that's pretty cool. Yeah, we're having a good time. It's gonna be pretty neat. I've been meaning to reach out to a group of people in the area that have this sort of astronomy interest, and it appears that this is the one. So this is the big group. So I'm looking forward to it. We'll see how it goes. If nothing else, should be 4 or 5 nights of hanging out with a telescope in a motorhome, and how bad could that be? Very cool. Yeah. So, okay, I'm gonna get my blue back up again. The Bounderstar Galactica. Yes, indeed. I think I'm gonna take those space paintings I was so keen on and make some title cards with Galactica, Galactica stuff. But yes, the Bounderstar Galactica. Oh yeah, good times. All right, so we're gonna get some blue in here. All right, a couple on there, and a little bit down, and down there. Yeah, this is one of those things where, yes, I've forgotten that oils and acrylics are acting like so different. That's all right. I can work with this. Mario. Vicious dogs. That's what I wanted. I wanted you out of there. I wanted you out of there. Getting violent with the paintings. That is what we need. Good violence. Violence won't solve anything? Yes, it will. Shut up. Okay. Shut up while I beat you. No, that's not. That's wrong. There we go. Yeah, the Bounderstar Galactica. Remember I did that T-shirt just before the move. That had the space frog in the driver's seat, and it's actually been getting a lot of attention from the various people that have had the T-shirt, and they've been reporting back to me saying, "Hey, by the way, you should do something with this because it's so silly and insane." So we're gonna do some silly and insane stuff. Yes. Alrighty. Because silly and insane is what we do here. Anyway. Yeah, I don't have a problem calling it that. It's just that I feel like it's kind of like in the sci-fi shows. Eventually your vehicle takes on a character of its own, right? and that's where I kind of feel like the Bounder is right now. It's kind of got its own, it's got its own weather system, right? Aye, would you look at the 8 on that keyed? Yeah, the old Bounderstar Galactica. Here we go. Alrighty, we are, wow, look at this. We're almost an hour into it here this evening. That's pretty darn cool. So thank you all for joining again. I really appreciate it. And we are, well, I'm Christopher Dahl, and this is Space Art with Christopher Dahl. So yeah, pretty cool. Excellent. But yeah, we're having a grand time. Just gonna kind of put in some stuff here. So let me get in. Oh, wrong side. I went the wrong direction. That's all right. I should have put that down here, but that's all right. We can work with this. That's all right. We will correct that. Let's see. Yeah, one more of this. Coming back in with some darker here to see if I can get a little interference and live mixing. See if I can get some cool things going. Yeah, it's actually turning out pretty good. I like where the colors are going. And I'm going to bring in the darks on this side here too, just to kind of make it, you know, kind of give it that look like you're coming in from a telescope view without going straight to black. That's very important here. We don't want to go straight to black. All right. I have to kind of like look over to the side because sometimes I do get light glares. It makes it hard to read the dark and the lights, but I'm getting there. But you get some darks in, and it really starts to make it read. Yeah, I'm sorry too about the other glares. That if you're catching it here right now, it's I'm gonna try to work on that. Excuse me. I don't really eat anything tonight. It's kind of cool. Oh, did I put that other brush back? Oh, no, I did. I dropped the brush. I dropped the other brush. I had all the intentions of using this just for one color, but I think I dropped it right back into the water. Yeah. That stands to reason. That'd be about right. That's about my speed. All right. Try to get in here and find the lightest parts of this. There we go. Lounge Trek. Yes, exactly. Oh, isn't that fun? I love this album just for that reason alone. I'm not gonna lie. When I first heard it, I was dying. I'm like, oh no, I gotta do something with this. I don't care what. I gotta do something, but yeah. Oh, I'm pulling up paint. Oh, that sucks. Oh, I didn't want to do that. Okay. Yeah. Okay. That's all right. Hey, but this is actually turning out pretty cool. I'm kind of digging this. Oh, but now it's coming off. Oh, shoot. Okay. I may have to let this one dry before I proceed with it. Anyway, let me do some other fun stuff. Let me grab a couple of one of my other brushes here. Where's a good round? Where's a good round? I found, well, at least a round. Hey, I found a round. Let's do that. All right. I need also... Oh, I did bring in a yellow. I brought in a yellow ochre. Yeah, yellow oxide. I'm gonna get some yellow oxide out here. I'm at least gonna get this thing to a presentable state. Let's do that. So I'm gonna get a couple of this. I forget which star is like right here in the center of it all, but that's one, and then there's one, and then one, and there's a bright one right over here. So we got to get those in there. I do think this was probably one of the first albums or one of the first songs that I introduced to the live stream back when, or yeah. I think this is the first theme song that I actually used on the thing. So yeah, so I'm adding a little bit of this yellow in here because when you look at the painting from a distance, you're going to catch the really hot magenta, you're going to catch the really hot blues, which is a mix of cerulean, ultramarine, and then the phthalos, and then hopefully you'll catch some of this. But yeah, let me come through. I'm just kind of getting like the main, and I'm not doing a very hard, plotted bit on here on these. I just want to get some main ones. If I were really serious, I would probably do the whole track down every single star, right? But yeah, there we go. Okay, now I'm gonna get a little bit of the... Come on in here and paint in some wisp. These things are just so wispy, right? Like that's the whole idea of them. And yeah, we're gonna get some wisps. Let me find my stuff again. Here we go. There we go. Hey, let me pull the old camera in closer so you can kind of watch what I'm actually doing. How's that sound? There we go. Get some more water on this. Ooh. There we go. I don't mind if these are just blobs because I'm eventually gonna kind of stick it all together anyway. So let's get these things out there. And this kind of comes in from some stuff up here, yeah, and then kind of comes down and connects. Oh, this is a terrible brush for this, but that's all right. We'll figure it out. I feel like if you don't get this part of it right, you kind of screw the whole thing up. So let's not do that part. Let's not screw that part up. We're gonna just have fun with it, right? And then we got a little blobby down here, and this kind of comes in and does one of those, and then this kind of forms a box and works its way out there, and a little bit in and around there. Hold this, a bunch of this. Yeah, I'm just talking my way through it. You're right. Yeah, I feel if I just talk my way through the cosmos, right? Aw, what I just did, I hit some white paint. No! It's been a while since it has actually been a very long time since I have done this it's been oh gosh, I'll bet it's been 10 years since I even tried to paint this. What am I doing? I need to be working a little harder on this kind of stuff, you know? Come on. There's some more of this up there. And when you come in with the real dark stuff, it'll kind of work with whatever you laid down. There you go. Gives you a little bit of that. Hey, Dave Fletch, how you doing? Good to see ya. Hey, howdy, hi. Kendall alumnus, right? Hey, awesome. You were down there where all the illustrators were hanging out on the 4th floor. No, I don't even know if you were in there the same time I was. We were. Welcome aboard. Yeah, you caught me. I couldn't get away in time. What can I say? Yeah, we're doing a little Trifid Nebula action. Hey, good times. I'm glad you found me. That was fun. I had a good time at Kendall. You know, I was a little hesitant about going. I didn't know a lot about it, but I knew it was exactly the caliber of school I wanted. So hey, glad you found me. That's fun. And I hope that you're turning it into a very lucrative life for you as well. And yeah. Yeah, there we go. We're getting there. Awesome. Let's see. Kind of have. There's more light blue stuff kind of up here, so I think I need to work that. I feel like I kind of need some wispies up here of some kind. At least more of that. And maybe around here as well. There we go. And then there ends up in here being kind of a mix of the purple, the blues and the purples kind of get mixed in up here a little bit. Yeah. So I don't mind just kind of throwing it on there and seeing what comes out of it, especially when you're just talking about a purple mix of whatever your colors are on there anyway. So yeah, let's get it in there. Let's get it in there. Yeah. I'm just using an older round brush to do this. I don't mind. It's not gonna be feeling so great. Thanks. Awesome. Appreciate it. Oh yeah. I'm gonna keep coming back in here as we go. Keep adding the brights on these guys right there, just to make sure, because there's kind of like the big brights, right? Adding a couple of these back in because I painted over them, and there we go. Yes. Oh, very fun. And then there's also a little bit of this action going on. I'm gonna grab some of this. Whoa. What was I gonna add? Unable to download. I'm done. Okay, cool. I can remember. I need it a bit brighter. Because this part kind of I can't remember if this is an emission nebula. No, it's not an emission nebula, a planetary nebula, I think. But you just get a lot of stuff kind of coming in and around here a lot, and it's it does seem to extend quite a bit. And then a little chaos. Yes, a little chaos theory into it. Awesome. Now my favorite part is just, you know, since we have so much of the two colors really going on here, you come in and touch in with a little bit of yellow, which the photo I have was clearly made with a reflecting telescope of some kind. I think I got it from Astronomy Picture of the Day, but I should probably read the attribution just to make sure. It'll be hard to see here, but the color balance actually works very, very nicely on it. But I think what this really needs, kind of needs some stars. I feel like maybe this painting could use some stars. So I am gonna find, oh, this is so funny. I'm gonna figure out how to, I'd forgotten that I have a couple of star flinging brushes, and I know many of you have seen my traditional star flinging brush, this old beat up fan brush, but I also have like this really cool one that you kind of turn this thing, and it's little bristles, and it sprays. But I really don't want to try it until I've given it a shot. So yeah, definitely need some stars. Yeah, definitely need some stars. Yes. All right, cool. All right, let me get some star action going on here. Okay, I'm gonna get some star stuff going. I haven't done stars in so long. You know, I am very sorry to all of you who have been patient with me. We're coming back to painting every week, okay, folks? We're really gonna do that. We're gonna do this, okay? No lie. And thanks for sticking around, okay? All right, everybody. I've got my brush loaded up. I think it's gonna be a little too much. Let me do a little test. All right, I don't want to waste it on this yet. Let's do a little test here, right against the back wall. Oh, see, I'm glad I did the test. That was way too many. Sometimes you just gotta get a little bit of the enthusiastic stars out of the brush. There is what you gotta do. Okay, cool. So let me pull this back up. Thanks, Wes. Models are great. Baking is great. All is great. Here we go, everybody. Stars on there. Oh, we're getting a couple. Maybe just a touch more. Going slowly, getting some stars on there. There's more out on this edge, I think. There we go. Hey, look at that. We actually have a painting. How fun is that? More baking, right, Rhonda? Hey, we might actually, there's a very good chance that we're gonna probably take baked goods with us to this event. So yeah, here we go. Here's the here we are. We got the we have a rendition of the Trifid Nebula. Let me try to turn this up so you can't, like, I'm gonna try to get it so it'll deglare, right? Is it this way? No. Which way did I have it? No. Okay, a little bit better. Let's do it this way. Maybe like that. I don't know. Trifid Nebula. If I get it close enough, it'll be like you're actually in space. Space Frog! Thanks, Rhonda! I really appreciate it! Oh, there we go. There we are. Does it feel like you're in space yet? No. That's so fun. Not gonna lie, it was good to be painting again. It's good to be painting with all of you again, and I appreciate you coming out here on a Friday evening and joining me. Thank you so much. Trifid-tacular, exactly. I don't really have anything to close us out with, so I do appreciate it. Thanks for sticking around with me. I know it's been a wild year or so, but you make it all worth it, and I'm thrilled. We're gonna do some cool paintings again. Yeah, baking, paintings, astronomy, spaceship models. Yes. Oh, wait a second. Should do a session of your guess what 3-eye atlas might be. Oh, that's a good one, Fletch. Hey, okay, so cool. So good question. I'll do that right now before we go. And cats. Oh, Rhonda. Oh my God, we're gonna do cats. Oh my God, yes, yes. He didn't come with me tonight. I had Cosmo with me out here all day. It was hilarious. So yeah, there will be live stream cats. I keep promising. I've been promising this for a year. You'll believe it. All right, I'll just do it. You'll believe me. Okay, cool. Yes, baked cats. We're gonna open up a unique restaurant. Exactly. So okay, Dave poses a good question, and thanks for the question, Dave. What I'm gonna forget it is 3-eye atlas with sprinkles. Exactly. What do I think 3-eye atlas is? Well, let me tell you. For those of you that don't know, 3-eye atlas is a comet that is currently passing through our solar system, and it's passing through so fast that it's definitely has not come from our solar system. It's come from outside of our solar system, and this is the third object in the past 10 years, I think, or so, that we've identified as something. Hey, there's a rock that just randomly flew through our solar system and whipped around the sun and took off. One of them did some odd stuff, and so of course, Avi Loeb, the Harvard scientist, Exo, yeah, there we go. Thank you, Exo Comet. Right, exactly. That's a good one, Exo Comet. So these are things that are coming in at high speed from outside the solar system, meaning that the sun's gravity cannot contain them. They're not just like looping around the sun. They're random stuff. Now, anytime something weird like this happens, you're going to get people that crawl out of the woodwork and claim it's aliens. And that's what this Avi Loeb has made I think he's made a pretty good living claiming he was a Harvard scientist. And so every news story that pops up from this ambulance chaser says, Harvard scientist says, and then all the rest of this are out here going, oh, shut up. Oh, shut the fuck up. Oh, my God, please shut up. It's not aliens. It's not aliens. The darn aliens. Yes, that's right. If it slowed down and changed direction, yeah, so the first one is that came through. There's discrepancies on whether it accelerated or showed a proper coma, but there's also explanations for them. My opinion, aliens aren't going to surf in on a hunk of ice. That's just me. Maybe they could. Maybe, I'm not sure. But the one that's coming in now is very big. Maybe a dragon egg, right? Yeah, it might be a dragon egg, exactly. The one that's coming in now is much bigger. And unfortunately, we don't have anything that's going to be able to really look at. I guess there's going to be, they might, I think they trained the James Webb telescope on it, but it's too close to the sun to look at with that. And we don't have any vehicles that can catch up with and grab one of them. Now, it would be exciting to do that because, oh my gosh, now you have a hunk of material, whether it's ice and rock, it doesn't have to be aliens, a hunk of ice and rock that comes from some other star system. Are you kidding me? That'd be huge to land on and take samples from. That would be amazing. We should do it. So I honestly think it's similar to the hunks of ice and rock that form the comets in our own solar system. It just happens to be from another star system. Probably way in the past, it got kicked out. It maybe looped around a couple of stars and gained some speed, and now it's heading towards us. So that's kind of what I think it is. But the more concerning thing to me about these objects, and they're rare, we think, we've only started tracking them. It's already going to be an engineering nightmare to try to deflect a small asteroid or comet, assuming we see it coming to the Earth. Now, as things get faster, as comets and asteroids get faster, they become extremely difficult to deal with. You can't move them, you can't block them, you can't do anything. And if they're coming in too fast, the most you're going to be able to do as your defense is pretend like you're a target, because that's exactly what you are. So that's the thing that concerns me about these things. They're coming in wicked fast, right? Like if one of them hit the planet, it wouldn't even have to be that big, just because of the speed. And if you get back to your physics, speed, velocity, kinetic energy buildup, and so forth, potential energy, all that other stuff. Yes, speed makes it a problem. So, my concern is that one of the, and maybe this is what killed the dinosaurs, one of these things just like blazes right through. It's just, it's like our solar system is in a school in America. You never know when you're going to catch one. Right? That's terrible. Too soon? I don't know. Space goblins would use a rock for a spaceship. You know, that's totally, and it would be a legitimate way to get from one star system to another is hop on a really fast rock that has all your stuff, right? So, this one, oh yeah, fortunately this one's coming through on the opposite side of the solar system. Yeah, there's no danger. This one's not gonna come in and hit us, but you could you imagine the double jeopardy you'd get if it was like coming in this fast and the Earth was coming this way and it came in against the grain? Oh, it might as well just split the planet in two. No, it'd have to be really large to do that kind of damage, but certainly enough to pretty much frag the entire surface. And it would be like when you go to one of those parties and there's someone really drunk and they walk up to the beautifully set table for 8 that has all the glassware and a giant white tablecloth, and you think, if I pull this tablecloth fast enough, yeah, basically like that. That's what it would do. That's what it would pretty much do to the surface of the Earth if it hit fast enough. Anyhow, thank you all again for hanging out with me in my motorhome. I hope you enjoyed it, and we will be back again next week. And I will have I'll have a proper announcement about all of the timings and everything. I appreciate it, and hey, we even had fine music. So anyway, thank you again. I'll post photos in the Discord. If you haven't joined up in the Discord yet, get on that. Thank you very much. I don't know how else to get people on the Discord. Hey, has anyone got a link to the Discord? Let me see if I can pop it up here. I will linky voo the Discordy voo. Hang tight, and I'll get a link to the Discord in chat. Let's see. Where do I do that? Where do I do that? Server say invite people. Yeah, that can be taught. All right, hang on. If you are not on, thank you, Edward Bartlett. I appreciate it. It passed fairly close to Psyche. Ooh, I can't wait until the Psyche probe gets to Psyche. Ooh, I want to see that one. Oh my gosh. Dave says, have an outstanding weekend. Thank you, Dave. I appreciate it. I want all of you to have an outstanding weekend as well. Everybody stay safe. Keep the faith. We're going to get through all this, and we'll catch you all next week. Till then, take care, and I'm going to crawl behind the camera and turn it off and leave you with a wonderful shot of, I don't know. Actually, I should just turn this around, and we can do that. Have a great evening, everybody. Take care. Thank you so much for joining.